only one of two options here. Either JakeTapper is just about the worst journalist who's supposed to investigate and research and, I mean, maybe was totally blind for about 5 years there, or...
Yeah, he was blinded by the money that was getting paid by the White House.
He denied, like they all did, tried to cover up what we all saw ourselves, and now that he can make a buck off of it, now all of a sudden he was duped by the White House.
Yeah, of course, because back then he was making a buck out of the White House. Now the White House is not with him anymore. It's not paying all his bills. So he has to make a buck. How is he gonna make it? He's gonna sell the secrets of the past White House. He's a rat. It's his nature. It's in his veins.
It's absolutely ridiculous, of course, Jesse. There's only one.
That was Fox. I mean, therefore I am. Holy shit. JakeTapper on Hunter Biden. I think he's probably demonstrably unethical, sleazy, and prone to horrible decisions. After his brother died, he cheated on his wife with his brother's widow, and then he got addicted to crack. Do you people think that actually this clown is gonna be would be saying that if Kamala Harris won the elections in 2024, or if Biden was still the president? Do you think that he would be saying today is May 27th, 2025? Do you think that a year ago he would have said what you're gonna hear right now? I don't think so.
I think it was considerable. I think Hunter was driving the decision making for the family in a way that people, he was almost like a chief of staff of the family.
Does that strike you as pretty bizarre?
It's bizarre because I think he is provably, demonstrably.
Talking about Hunter Biden. He's talking like that about Hunter Biden. And next to him is this guy from I think this is the CEO from Axios, another clown. He was the one that was saying, we were lied about the situation on Biden. You have to be fucking kidding me, man. You have to be fucking joking.
The unethical, sleazy, and prone to horrible decisions. I mean,
tell me how you really feel.
Well, I mean, I just look at the record. I mean, after his brother died, he cheated on his wife with his brother's widow, and then got her addicted to crack. That's just one thing I could say. I mean,
do you think he would be saying that a year ago, when Biden was still president, and as he said, Hunter Biden was like a chief of staff at the White House? I don't think so.
I don't have a lot of personal regard for him, and just based on having nothing to do with, I barely have ever met him. I've met him like once or twice, but I knew Bo. Bo was a great, upstanding guy.
I knew him too. Really,
a real loss for the country too, not just for his family, for the country.
Right.
But Hunter is not that, and the idea of letting him drive the family car, as it were, is just really, really questionable. But
yeah, but okay, who do you think was gonna be driving the car of the family? Who? There was no head there. There's simply the man had to go in retirement. The whole family had to go in retirement. He shouldn't have run as president in 2020. That was the beginning of their fall. There's where they start to fall, because all their secrets are coming out, and we still have a lot to see, I'm sure.
Somebody who is close to the family, shall we say, is that denial is a big part of the family ethos.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're such a good guy. JakeTapper is such a good guy. I'm sorry for the voice, guys. As you can tell, I've been with a pretty strong cold for over a week and a half. So anyway, still here for all my 4 subscribers. That's funny. Let's see. Jake, you mean to tell us that you didn't see any of this? You and Rachel Maddow and CNN and MSNBC and the New York Times and Washington Post and all you guys, you didn't see any of this.
Watch me. If you think I don't have the energy level or the mental acuity.
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, from Charlotte, another line going from in Florida down to Tampa.
Of Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't see this.
America is a nation that can be defined in a
This
single
is a
word.
classic.
I was going to put him.
Let me back it up a little bit. Do you see Kamala's face? Look at that face, and this is the non-biologist judge that says that she can define a woman. Come on, man.
The idea that
He's gone. He's gone.
Los Angeles and what am I doing here? 2 reasons. One, to
Remember why I'm here.
we haven't been able to communicate it in a way that is. Let me say another way. But the nature, not.
It's so uncomfortable to watch. It's so uncomfortable to watch. And you telling me that for 5 years, we, the people on the right wingers, call us however you want to call us. I don't care. But we were calling that out because one of my channels actually my previous channel got canceled because I was doing this. Now they seem like, well, the truth is out, so we cannot cancel channels anymore. So YouTube, please don't cancel my channel again. This is freedom of speech, I guess. Anyway, going back to this, it was very uncomfortable to watch. And the poor man, this is elder abuse. This is literally elder abuse. And they wanted, the worst part is that they wanted this man to run again for another 4 years. Imagine that Joe Biden, imagine the scene, look at this scenario, and Joe Biden won in the 2024. What would happen in the United States and with the world? Because now Donald Trump is putting things back together. Imagine this guy that has no head. He's pooping himself, man. He poops himself. Now they discovered the cancer that supposedly got to the bone. It's a stage 4. Stage 4 prostate cancer is detected like way before it hits the bones. They already knew it, so they were still willing to put the man with Alzheimer's or whatever mental issues the guy has, because he clearly has cognitive issues, and also with stage 4 cancer. They were gonna put the guy there as the president of the United States, and who was he gonna anoint as the vice president? It was gonna be Kamala. Once in a couple of months after he would get in power, Kamala would be named president. Imagine Kamala as president. Imagine that. Come on, man, give me a break. That was the plan. That was the people that was actually in power, because he was at best he wasn't aware of anything that was going on. He wasn't aware of nothing. I'm sure that maybe the guy, he didn't even know what he was signing, what they were doing with that automatic signature, but I don't remember the name now. But anyway, let's keep watching.
A solid meeting.
I'm gonna make it uncomfortable to you guys. I want you to feel uncomfortable watching this guy. He was completely gone years ago.
They make a very good point. Here's the deal. Here's what drives the driver in the states that are affected. Here's what you can do, the drivers.
He's gone. Bye. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And they wanted him to be your president. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. A little more about listen to this. Now this great CNN hack reporter JakeTapper, tells you real Donald Trump was right about Joe Biden and Hunter stealing so much money. They were crooks. Fake Jake is a bigger crook than the Rev all. It's completely truth. This is the biggest opportunist of all. If you see, he has been promoting his book for over a month and a half or so. He thought about all he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly when and how he was going to try to use the opportunity to sell the past White House, Joe Biden's White House, but the problem is that he didn't expect the backlash he's getting now. Listen to this.
Trump was right. I mean, he did make a fortune from China, and Joe Biden was wrong. 4 million in income in 2017 and 2.2 million in income in 2018, most of which came from Chinese or Ukrainian interests. But
don't you feel the need to slap this guy in the face like really, really hard with a steel glove, with thorns if possible? You know, it's when they think that you're that stupid. It's not the problem. You can think that I'm stupid. It's okay, but when you're sure about it, that's insulting. That you think that people have such a short memory, that's a problem. Most of the people has very short memory. Sorry about that. Most of the people has very short memory. But those of us who actually read, who think that do their own research, we know the truth. And there is more and more and more every day of us out there. And this clown pretends to just turn everything around from one day to the next without any anesthesia. He thinks that, okay, we're just going to follow what you say. We're just going to trust you blindly to what you say. This guy has completely lost the trust of the public. He's a complete grifter, proven. And, well, let's watch a little more.
And this directly goes against what Joe Biden said in the debate in 2020 with Donald Trump. Take a listen.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about? China.
Once you
None
became
of that is
president,
true.
he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
That is simply
and various
not
other places.
true.
So it's from two different debates, but, I mean, Trump was right. I mean, he did
No
make a
shit,
fortune
Sherlock.
from China, and Joe Biden was wrong. Trump was right.
It's a complete slap to the face to everybody, and the worst part is that a lot of Democrats, that the liberals, that from liberal blood, the strong liberals, they believe anything CNN and MSNBC, this Rachel Maddow says. They absolutely, it's like their Bible is the sacred, is that like the 10 Commandments were given by CNN, not God, by CNN. And they will defend this clown, and they will buy his books. I believe his book is like number 3 or 4 or 5, I'm sorry, on most sold on Amazon. It's absurd. It's absurd. They do this, they act like this because, first of all, they are used to not being accounted for what they do and for their lies. And second, because they count on public just trusting them blindly and not doing their own research. But thank God, now this is starting to stop, and the legacy media is starting to fall. We are seeing the fall of legacy media, the fake media, in real time. And this is just beautiful. More and more people is going to podcasts and to internet to get their news, and this is great. This is just great. I want to watch a little more about this clown. This is hilarious. This is Jon Stewart talking about this and showing how much of a grifter JakeTapper is.
We're back with breaking news in our politics lead and a brand new excerpt from my upcoming book with Axios' Alex Thompson. It's called Original Sin. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's on Biden's decline. It's called Original Sin. I'm sure you've heard on May 20th. That's Tuesday. Original Sin. That's coming out in 3 weeks.
Look
On
at
May
that.
20th. That's just 19 days away.
I can't wait.
1 week and 1 day. Coming out in
Yes.
just a few days. Comes out Tuesday. You will not believe what we found out.
I have to get it. He's gonna tell you right there. That's the funny part. He's gonna tell you right there that JakeTapper and CNN did not do their job. They did not do their job. But they're gonna explain you there what actually happened. So they're gonna tell you the truth. They didn't tell you the truth before, so they're gonna explain you here why they didn't tell you the truth, and they're gonna tell you the truth about they didn't tell you before when CNN was supposed to tell you the truth over 2 years ago. Unbelievable!
Don't news people
have to tell you what they know when they find it out?
Exactly. Just say it.
Isn't that the difference between news and a secret? You won't believe what we found out. No, that's why I'm watching.
I hope to get it from
Breaking
you.
news in a week.
Maybe.
Now, I don't know how the rest of the country is feeling about this book coming out, but I know New York is hyped. How do you pivot from excitedly promoting your anchor's book to somberly and respectfully promoting your anchor's book?
Biden's health was very much in the news even before the cancer diagnosis was announced on Sunday. That's because of a new book by CNN's JakeTapper.
This was already going to be a tough week, and this makes it much harder, and that is a reference to the fact that our colleague JakeTapper and Alex Thompson have a book that's set to publish on Tuesday.
This very tough news, this very challenging news, and at the same time the backdrop of our colleague JakeTapper's book with Alex Thompson coming out this week.
I don't know, it looks like all of his co-workers are getting a piece of the cake. Once the books start selling, they're getting a part of it.
It's so hard. It's such a difficult time, so unfathomable in terms of the pain this family must be feeling. And yet, if you act now, and you use the code / tap that book, you will obviously this 20% off offer is not a you actually frame this difficult news as perhaps even more of a reason to buy this book.
The timing of former President Joe Biden's cancer
They're
diagnosis
grifters.
is certainly dramatic, coming on the eve of a blockbuster new book about his health and his time in the White House.
Go on.
Go ahead,
I'm sure some
exactly.
observers will say that the reporting in the book is even more important now.
Yet nobody's saying that. No observers will say it's more important now. Some observers might think, do these CNN people work on commission? Like, why are they hawking this book and things?
Grifters,
Is
all
this
of
a
them.
Girl Scout cookie situation? Whoever sells the most Tapper books gets a Schwinn.
It's hilarious, exactly. This is how stupid they think you are. They don't think you people is stupid. They are sure of it. They're sure of their count on you being stupid to believe all this shit. So anyway, I'll leave it like that. Thank you very much for watching. If you watch all the way here, thank you so much. So subscribe and like, and I'll see you around in the next video.